Hi guys, my name is Henry Kumba and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, in case you're just seeing my video for the first time and you're wondering what it is that I do on this channel, well, having waited for 6 years, my wife and I trying to conceive for 6 years before we finally got pregnant, I thought I should start this channel so as to share hope and encouragement to somebody who might be in that same situation and you're wondering what to do. And so I am doing this with the hope that my own experiences will help you and perhaps give you direction and provide you encouragement and keep that glimmer of hope alive in your trying to conceive journey. I'm going to be leaving some links to the other videos that I've done on the subject matter. I'm going to be leaving the links in the description, so do well to check them out and so you can better appreciate the things that I do on this channel. And if you've not yet subscribed, please do well to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification so when I post new videos, you will be the first to know. Now, today I'm going to be talking about keeping hope, tips to keep hope alive in your trying to conceive journey. The first thing I need you to do is to be open to talk about it. Depending on how long it is that you've been trying to conceive, I know you don't just want to talk about this topic again. You don't want to talk about this issue again. And so when it comes at you directly or indirectly, you're thrown off, your mood changes immediately. Be open to talk about it. There are people who are waiting just to share their experiences with you. There are people who are waiting to give you words of encouragement, and they don't know how to come in because they consider that a gray area, because they don't know how you will react, probably because they've read your body language and they know that you don't want to talk about that issue at all. Be open to talk about it. Now, this doesn't mean you go out telling everybody your issues or spilling everything out there, but there are people who based on the history you have, the kind of personality that they have, you know who to share, who to open up to and who not to open up to. But then to just lock it in and be going through this whole thing alone, you need all the support that you can get. But there are people out there that would have the right words in their mouth and they will tell you what to do, what they did, and pray, and perhaps even pray with you, and it will make the journey easier, and it will give you a better sense of direction, and it will give you encouragement. It will do good for your mental health as well. So be open to talk about it. Don't avoid the topic. Embrace it. It is not a death sentence. People have gone through this journey before and they've come out of it. Be hopeful that you will come out of it as well. And so one thing you need to do for yourself is to be open to talk about it. The second thing I need you to do is to approach every doctor's appointment differently. Depending on how long that you've been trying, I know you already know what the doctor is going to say. You already know what every test entails, because you're going to be asked to repeat some of the processes, to go over some of the treatment methods again. And so you already know the outcome because you've tried them over and over again. But I want you to do this for yourself. Act like this is the first time that you're trying any of the things that the doctor is going to tell you to do. Act like this is the first time that you're going to do any of the tests. Act like this is the first time that you're going to take any of the drugs, just in case you're on any medication or any treatment plan. Act like this is the first time that you're doing it, and watch and see the results that will come out. Keep an open mind, keep a positive mind, have a positive attitude towards every of these things, and you will be amazed. You'll be wowed by the kind of results that you will get. The third thing is go easy on information on the net. Sometimes we are tempted to go on the internet just to check and type something, just to check and see if the experiences of other people. Well, you will get hundreds and even thousands of links of stories, research papers, and that people have posted up there, but not every of this information is right. Some are outrightly misleading. And so if you need to get information on what bothers you, what concerns you, especially in this infertility journey, on your trying to conceive journey, I need you to do one thing. Always talk to your doctor. They are professionals. They know what to do, because some of these things are actually assessed based on a case-by-case basis. What is tenable to one person might not apply to you. What is applicable to you might not also apply to the other person. So reading another person's experiences online, may not actually help you. And then some of this information actually make you feel like a failure. So go easy on some of this information. If you need information about anything, how you're feeling, what next to do, talk to your doctor, talk to a professional, talk to somebody who really knows about these processes, and they will provide you the right information so you don't go guessing if this is right or if this is wrong. If I feel this way, what does it mean? You don't just go guessing about your health at all. And so go easy on information on the net. The fourth thing I need you to do is don't shy away from places where you are likely to meet children. Don't shy away from these places. Don't shy away from birthday parties, the ones that you've invited to. Don't shy away from naming ceremonies. Don't shy away from gatherings where you know you're going to meet children. Sometimes you feel if you see these children, you're going to feel bad. If you feel these children, what you've been trying to avoid, the feelings you've been trying to avoid are going to come over. You're going to be overcome with emotions and all that. But I tell you, being around children has a therapeutic effect. And who knows, you might just be learning on how to handle this wonderful and amazing set of human beings by the time yours arrive. And so don't shy away from being around them. Go around them. It's therapeutic, I tell you. They will make you laugh a lot, and you get to understand how these little people think, how these small men, how they reason and all whatnot. And you will just see how peaceful that they can be around them. Their innocence alone is enough, to make you fall in love with them over and over and over again. And it helps your perception. It helps your mindset. It helps change your mindset about your trying to conceive journey. The fifth thing I need you to do is to speak positively about yourself, about your situation, and about everything around you. Speak positive. It doesn't matter if you're going over a process again. It doesn't matter if something looks like what had happened in previous years or at previous times. Speak positive about yourself. You're going for a pregnancy test. Speak positive. You're going for a particular treatment plan. Speak positive. You're going for a particular test. Speak positive. Speak positive about your spouse. Speak positive to your body. It doesn't matter what the body signs are telling you. Speak positive about them, and you will get different kind of results this year. So these are tips that I need you to follow, and if you follow these tips, I can assure you it will make your trying to conceive journey a lot more easier. So if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and let's travel this journey together. And like I always say, miracles take a little time and you are not alone. And so from me, it's bye-bye and God bless you.